Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty back with the next part of Alice's Spiritual Judge, where we are going to start investigating the death of White Rabbit. Hope I remember all the voices, even though I'm recording this right after the last part. As the court is dismissed, people walks out of gymnasium in droves. I watch them in the corner, my eye vaguely. Prove my innocence. How should I do it? My memory is so vague. How should I start to investigate? I droop my head as I face this extraordinary situation. Dun dun! My shoulder was tapped. It was a Queen of Hearts. I raised my face to see Queen of Hearts standing there. Thank you for helping me out earlier. I didn't help you at all. I only tell them what I think. Concerning the results, I was helped. You also proved my innocence. Well, you did not actually prove your innocence at all. That was good. You didn't become the suspect eventually. That prosecutor is really rude. I want to cut off his head. It is not so funny to cut off one's head. It is not so funny for you, right? Well? I'm gonna have a heck of a time syncing up this audio, I'm just saying. Well? Didn't you just become defendant? Right. Now I am defendant. I need to prove that I didn't kill White Rabbit. Why didn't you say anything? If you were not the murderer, can't you at least say something? Well, you might be very surprised, but I cannot recall anything. Cannot recall anything? Queen of Hearts' voice sounds very funny, of course. My memory is very vague. It seems to be some kind of memory loss. If you cannot recall anything when the case happened, it makes you quite suspicious. I cannot agree you more. However, I can never thrust a knife into a person. I am quite confident about this. I have no courage to kill anyone. Do you have the courage to stand up in a courtroom of people that want to execute other people? Now seems to be a very good chance. Let me try to ask Queen of Hearts some questions. Maybe I will find out something. Can I examine? It is locked now. I cannot go in. Nope. Can't. Oh, look at the characters. Alice Kanzaki. Since I have lost my memory, I am treated as the murderer of White Rabbit. White Rabbit. The body was found at Audio-Visual Room at East Schoolhouse. Question mark. The kid I met at the classroom, question mark, C? Who is she? Queen of Hearts. It is said that the first person discovered the body was the one who had bullied White Rabbit. The Hatter. The prosecutor of Spiritual Judge is talking in a baffling way. Mr. Caterpillar. Here comes the class teacher of 2nd grade, Group 3. His attitude is a little aloof. I still suspect him the most. Red King. Red King who reigned as Spiritual Judge. No one can turn against her. What about our card friend? Well, let's talk to her. No, wrong button. The relation with Queen of Hearts. Do I meet you for the first time? What? How much memory did you actually lose? She seems to be very surprised. This proves we know each other then? White Rabbit, you and I all belong to 2nd grade class 3. Oh. Now think about it. At the beginning of Judge, I remember Prosecutor the Hatter saying Queen of Hearts as 2nd grade class 3. It's quite ridiculous to forget White Rabbit and even your own classmate. In other words, we are the same age? Of course, what? You thought I was older than you? No need to use polite form to me. Yeah, right. Even if she said so, I cannot help to use the polite form. She has the kind of aura that can overwhelm people. About yourself when the incident happened. So, I become defendant. Do you happen to know my alibi? It is a pity that I don't know. Of course. What did I expect from her? I don't know where you were when the incident happened, but you weren't in the classroom. Had you not gone home? I went home? If so, do I have anyone who can back up to this statement so I can prove my innocence? If I have some witness from students leaving the school. If you cannot recall anything, maybe you need to ask around. I will. It is not hopeless yet. I need to do something. I still want to know more about this girl and what she's hiding. Let's go to the hallway. Anyone here? Nope. Let's head into the classroom then. Oh boy. The board has changed. Miss Alice Kanzaki. Mr. Caterpillar. I find Mr. Caterpillar inside the classroom. I cannot believe it. Things are getting very bad. I didn't sign up for all of these. No one can expect such things to happen in the school. Yeah, Alice. Do you also think so? Right. Nothing. What brought you here? Well, I feel very confused. Could I ask you some questions? Of course, as long as it's within my power to answer. He might know something. Let me ask him. More concerned about what's going on with the board. It is I who fell down the rabbit hole, not a rabbit. That's all we have to say? Nothing about the fact that the writing looks like it's bloody now? We lost some of our strength. I don't know why. Let's ask about the spiritual judge. Sir, were you present just now at spiritual judge? Of course. What do you think of it? Which means? Well, don't you think it is strange? First you execute them the ruling, without any evidence, then you are treated like a murderer? It is nothing peculiar. What? I am very shocked. I remember Mr. Caterpillar. He didn't seem so strange to me before. He was just a normal teacher who was in charge of our class. Why didn't you find it strange? Because this is the way things work. This is reasonable enough. Reasonable how? As long as it is not your own business, every case seems like a movie. I am now in this total mess. I cannot regard this as reasonable. Well, maybe it is not reasonable. A hierarchical relationship in a small environment, the meaningless rules pressed by your superior. People who are higher in position talking some nonsense or being pressed some responsibilities that you don't care. All of these are not reasonable. Mr. If you change the way you think, maybe you can be happier. What? What is so happy about being treated as a murderer? You can shout out, "This is not reasonable," to all these ridiculousness. You may enjoy it while doing so. As you grow older, you can only accept all of these in silence. Well, the feeling changes depending on different people. Anyway, I have nothing to do with the case this time. That's exactly what the murderer would say. How can he say so when there is one student dead in his class? However, I don't think I can get any good idea from him even if I keep discussing about it, so I choose to remain silent. About White Rabbit. Mr. Caterpillar, do you know about the White Rabbit? Yes, of course. She was one of the students of 2nd grade class 3, which I am in charge of. White Rabbit and I, well, we were friends, right? Why do you ask me? You should be the one to know. Well, I suddenly cannot recall. Well, I don't know either. I have only been in charge of your class for 1.5 months. I am sorry, but I do not know so much about you. I see, of course. Was he such a cold teacher? Is this the so-called curt attitude that is quite popular recently? Finally, about Alice. Mr. Caterpillar, do you know what I did after school on the 14th, aka today? No. Right. I know he wouldn't have the answer, but once I heard his answer, I cannot help but feeling discouraged. Well, I thought you belonged to Go Home Club. Go Home Club? I am not good at sports or art like instrument and drawing. I can see why I belong to Go Home Club. What an idiot. If only I joined any club, I can prove my innocence so easily. As I regret silently, Mr. Caterpillar claps his hands as if recalling something. Right. I don't know if this would help, but you are one of the library assistants. Library assistants? Yes, I remember you have voluntarily signed up for it. Is that so? Yeah, now I recall it. You often went to the library. You may obtain some information if you go there. Thank you so much. I will go to the library then. I don't know if this information would help according to the situation now. I am willing to clutch even a straw. Let's head to the library. Now you can go to the library. So who are we meeting at the library? I kind of think it'll be Tweedledum or Tweedledee, or maybe the Cheshire Cat. Let's head out. Excuse me. I open the door to enter the library. Instantly I smell paper and ink. I like this smell so much. I smell in the air and out. Okay, I call out when I feel myself prepared. Hello, is there anyone here? Hello, is there anyone here? Hello, no one is here, right? No answer. Like everyone is dead. No one is here. I'm very disappointed that things turn out like this. Sound of clatter! There is a person appears behind the bookshelves. Well, this is concerning. There is a masked girl with short hair standing there. Oh, is this a Cheshire Cat? Was I right? You are... I don't remember knowing her. Who is she? Do I know her at all, or is she a total stranger? She might be angry because I entered without permission. It's the library. But the masked girl says nothing. As I stand there silently, she walks into the library counter. And she beckons me to come forward. So she wants me to go nearer? Once I approach the girl, she begins writing on the note. What happened? Does she write on the note on purpose? Is this girl... Are you not able to speak? As I ask, the girl nods silently. I see. I am sorry. Thank you for being so considerate. Can I ask you something? Some of them may seem strange. She nods again. Well, do we know each other? It is so rude to ask such things, but I really cannot recall anything. We probably should have said that first. Look at that poor girl. She looks so alarmed. The girl stares at me with surprise for a second. Then she nods slowly. Really? Well, I am sorry to be so rude, but I cannot recall anything now. I don't remember if I have met you. It seems she is willing to accept my questions. We are probably a little familiar with each other, I guess, but I cannot confirm. She must think I am a lunatic, since I suddenly lost my memory. The girl looks at me while I look down, and she begins to write on the note. I am Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat. Yes, we are probably friends. Friends. This is the second one, a friend I don't remember. Prosecutor told me White Rabbit was my friend at the court, and now Cheshire Cat. I don't remember him saying Rabbit was my friend. I see. I am really sorry to be so rude. Never mind. After all, you lost your memory. If you think I am reliable, share your thoughts with me. Thank you. I am now stuck in a situation that I cannot get out. A friend who is willing to help really means a lot. I feel the tears swelling in my eyes. But when you've lost your memory, can you really trust anyone? I feel my tears leaking out of my eyes, so I immediately try to repress it. It is useless to cry. I am a suspect now. I need to prove my innocence immediately. Did you see the court just now? Cheshire Cat nods. Yeah, I cannot help not to defend Queen of Hearts at the court, but in fact I cannot recall anything. I don't remember being so friendly with White Rabbit, who was dead. The fact that we were friends. Why did I sleep in the classroom, and what have I done when the incident happened? I cannot recall all of these. While I falter out all these, Cheshire Cat just remains silent and listens to me. But not all of the memory is lost from me. I remember this school, my parents, my older sister, our older sister, that's irrelevant, and my pet Diana. I remember these clearly. However, there seem to be some holes in my memory that I cannot recall. Alice, do you want to recall all of these? Cheshire Cat looks at me straight into my eyes. Do I want to recall all of these? I don't know why, but I chill when I am asked by this question. I answer Cheshire Cat. Yes, I want to recall everything. What have we forgotten? I see. Cheshire Cat continues as she nods. I might be able to prove that Alice didn't kill White Rabbit at Audio-Visual Room. Really? Cheshire Cat nods and takes out a file from the drawer of the counter. Library Assistant Duty Roster. Roster. The file is labeled as Library Assistant Roster, but Roster on the book itself. Cheshire Cat opens the file to show me. Well, this proves it. Our name is on a piece of paper. From students, there were some pranks occurred, blank is settled. White Rabbit pranked us, so we killed her. It is written Thursday, May 14th, 2-1 Cheshire Cat, 2-3 Alice Kanzaki. My name, May 14th. It was the day the incident happened. I was on duty? Is this supposed to be the following day, or what? As I ask, Cheshire Cat nods again. Library assistants are in charge of the rental service at the reception counter during lunchtime and after school and the management of the books. Oh, the long sentence. Thursday, May 14th, Alice Kanzaki, lunch break. Attend after school. Attend, so I came here after school. Cheshire Cat nods. Thank you. I got the alibi then. That is not an alibi. I feel so relived, and smile at Cheshire Cat. Record the library assistant's roster in the file. Library assistant's duty roster. Cheshire Cat and I have signed in attendance during the lunch break and after school that day. Cheshire Cat jots down on the note and shows it to me. I am so glad for you. I have something to do, so I will leave now. What? Alice, try to investigate by yourself. She has been so nice to me and backed me up. If she leaves now, I will feel quite alone, but since she has other things to attend to... Okay, thank you. See you soon. I can only say goodbye to Cheshire Cat for now. Now where do we go? Let's investigate. The computer is on. Probably Cheshire Cat has boosted it. There are circulation records of books displayed at the monitor. It might help to prove my alibi, so I decided to print it out. Now you have the circulation records of library books. The circulation record of the books printed out on the computer. I can't even see that, so I don't know how that helps. Try to think. It's good to have Cheshire Cat's company. What if Cheshire Cat is not beside me? If I cannot explain my alibi, I would be treated as a murderer. Here we place the latest books in this month's feature. This month's feature is, well, Edward Gorey's illustrated books. Plenty of wonderful illustration. I will try when I have a chance next time. You can read and study here. This is a freely usable space. Oh, I guess it doesn't show what I'm tapping on. I tapped on a table. Now I'm looking at the bookshelves. Books are organized in order. I like books, especially those with colored illustrations. My older sister reads books without illustration. Don't they bore her? Well, something is sandwiched in the book. What is it? Now you have the bookmark. Bookmark. There are 5 black birds drawing on the card. Are they crows? There are 5 black birds drawn on the memo. Are they crows? I don't think that actually got in our inventory. This is the counter to process the lending and returning the books. I think plenty of time has passed. The sky is as red as before when I wake up in the classroom. Hello everyone. Sorry for that weird cut, but oh my gosh, I had to stop recording because someone came into the room and they would not be quiet so I could finish recording. So I started recording, then had to stop and look at a walkthrough because I couldn't figure out what to do next. And then even when I figured out what to do, which is enter the hallway, it wasn't triggering. I think I had to go back to some locations and think more. I actually restarted the chapter. I'll try and go back to those think areas if I can to show a little bit of missed dialogue, but as I walk on the hallway, there is someone calling behind me. Hey, hey! Yes? You forget this. Here you go. The student who talks to me has a school pocketbook on his hand. Oh, thank you. No problem. See ya. His dialogue kept changing colors. I thank him as I take over my pocketbook. He makes a salute and leaves immediately. How can I forget such a thing? Losing it will cause me a lot of trouble. I will be in such a mess if I really lost it. I need to keep it safe with me. You now get the school pocketbook. My school pocketbook doesn't look really relevant. I have investigated everywhere I can. Should I go somewhere? I go back to the library again to check again the file Cheshire Cat gave me earlier. This file proves something that I don't even remember. This is a strange feeling. Why did I lose my memory and how should I get it back? No matter how hard I think, I cannot think of any answer. As I try to figure out all of these, I feel myself very sleepy. I don't think we're going to get a chance to go back and think. I am standing in the park. It is a small and lonely park located between 2 apartments. I can see the big sunset. The warm and delicious smell of dinner comes to me. Meanwhile, there is one small girl sitting in the corner of the park. Her age is about lower elementary classes. She wears clothes with stains on it, and she has disheveled hair. As I hesitate to call her, there is one little girl rushes past me. She runs to the girl in the park and sits down by her side. Hey, here I am again. Why did you come? Is it not dinner time? That's all right. My older sister got something called medal something, and all my family is celebrating it. I see. Hey, look at this. My mom made a pie today. Here you go. The girl came later, takes out a piece of pie from a plastic bag, which she hides in her inside pocket. The 2 braided girl seems to be very happy for a moment, but very soon her expression looks gloomy. You cannot do this. This is the pie your mom made for your sister to celebrate. That is fine because look here, it writes, eat me, right? You are right. Can I really? Of course. In return, tell me more about your story. Okay. Then two girls start to laugh together. What is this? What is this? Who are those two girls? Oh, creepy kid. I don't remember what voice I give this kid. Hey. Wow! Suddenly there is someone approaching quite near while talking to me. From the opposite side of the counter, the kid wearing the rabbit costume who I met in the classroom is here. I seem to fall into sleep. I am so sorry that I fell asleep. Hey, can I borrow it? Borrow what? Does she mean the books? I am here to investigate the case. As a library assistant, we are all off duty now, and it is also not right to lend books in this hour. Well, I am sorry. It is off office hour now. You will need to come back again for tomorrow. Really? I see. How about return books? I am sorry, but I am not on the duty. You can return books at the return slot in front of the library any time, so... I point out the direction, but she replies, I want to return here. What? As if trying to convince me, the kid talks back while I am also talking. Her voice sounds a little bit unhappy and sad. Now I find out even though this kid is talking about lending and returning books, she doesn't seem to bring anything with her. Is she making jokes with me? I cannot do anything now. Come back again, would you? All right. She seems to accept this result and leaves the library. I felt like we just had her dialogue. What exactly is going on with the kid just now? I feel quite intrigued, but still cannot recall anything. As I try to figure all these out, someone opens the door and comes in. It is Queen of Hearts. Well, you are here all the time? Queen of Hearts. So, do you have any good news? Yes, I think so. I think I can make them understand if I explain properly. Oh, that is good news. Yes, well... Suddenly the computer on the counter shuts down with a snap sound. What is going on? Why did it shut down all of a sudden? I hope it is not a breakdown. Just reboot it. As she tells me, I turn it on again. It seems to work without any problem. It is working. Great. Well, the computer demands me to type in login ID and the password. ID and password? What is that? If this computer doesn't belong to computer room, you should be able to log in with your student ID and the password. Oh, I see. It seems to be like what she said. Please, pull yourself together. Can you deal with all of these in this condition? I have nothing to say. While I am talking to Queen of Hearts, suddenly Cheshire Cat comes back to the library. Hey, Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat gives a slight nod of acknowledgement to Queen of Hearts. Have you finished your investigation? Yes, thank you. I was able to have some progress thanks to Cheshire Cat. That's really great. Cheshire Cat is all smiles. Queen of Hearts looks at all of these and says with her head tilting slightly, Oh, so you two made up with each other now? What? I remember that atmosphere was so weird yesterday. When did it begin? Though I don't know why you quarreled. I frown and look at Cheshire Cat. What is going on? Cheshire Cat said we were friends. But as I don't remember, maybe we did have a quarrel, or... Cheshire Cat, what has happened? Did we have a fight? Cheshire Cat looks into my eyes and shakes her head. She's acting sus. Then she shows me what she writes on the notebook. Let's go. The court is going to begin. Yeah, we're not going to get to think. Shame. Cheshire Cat, Queen of Hearts, and I walk together toward gymnasium and stop in front of it. I will go first. As saying so, Queen of Hearts walks into the gymnasium, or should I call it courthouse. Cheshire Cat and I are alone now. Aww. I feel so awkward. Cheshire Cat shows me the notebook as I am pondering about my feeling. Are you okay? I actually said, are you alright, but... I don't know what exactly happened between me and Cheshire Cat since I lost my memory. Cheshire Cat seems to avoid mentioning it as well. Well, yes, I am okay. Cheshire Cat has helped me out when I was in a lost. As long as Cheshire Cat is by my side, I can go through it. Let's go. She's probably the killer. Really setting her up here. Well, thank goodness this chapter is over, because I'm expecting someone soon. So that is the end of Chapter 3, Defendant Alice. So I'm still very invested in this, despite the terrible translation, but I have to end this part quickly. So thank you so much for watching. Who do you think the culprit is? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!